Hey, what's up? This is John Singleton.
Boy, Afion Crockett.
This is Lala Anthony.
Stephen Capo Jr.
You kicking it with Ty.
Yeah, okay. Hey, shit. Look, I said Monday had to work, Tuesday I was tired, Wednesday no I'm off, now I'm kicking it with Ty, getting lit and getting fried, interviewing set the vibe, every Wednesday on the 2, you can catch me at the 5, here we go. Kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it with Ty, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it with Ty, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it with Ty, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it. Say put your feet up, put your feet up, grab your celly and you switch it and put me up, put your feet up, put your feet up, grab your laptop and you switch it and put me up, hey.
Money make the man for the profit. Niggas shaking hands, but they plotting. Bitches taking chances on they man. I got bitches and they picking, I got options. They want me lose cause I'm dropping the jewels. Locked in my zone, my flow diamonds and gold. I still be high when the climate is cold. I'm sick of snotty nose, I'm coming cold. I come from comfort only in your own. I come from hardly comfort in your home. I come from losing everything you love. I come from falsely learning what you know. I grew to be another nigga, whoa. I'm trying to give a couple niggas hope. Pick the side of you against a foe. Could give a fuck if you a friend or foe. I go off the head and make madness. So write it all down and make magic.
Yo, you already know who it is. First of all, shout out to Mr. ASHTON with a dope song. That's a dope song right there, man. But listen, it's Wednesday. I'm off of work and I'm bored. So you know I had to call somebody to come kick it with me. And today, you know, I got folks in the building again, man. This folks, man, right here. She is a actress, a poet, a self-awareness advocate, a mother.
Yeah.
She's just dope all around, man. So help me introduce my friend, JANAN, ASHTON. How you doing?
What's up, squad?
What's up? Thank you for coming kicking with me, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I was bored, so I appreciate you coming to kick it
You were
with
bored.
me.
See, you only call me because you were bored.
No,
No.
man, you know, we folks. Yo, we folks. Don't let us talk to y'all like that. We folks, man. But we're going to jump right into it real quick, man. You're an actress.
Yes.
How long you been acting?
I've been acting since I was 4, so 1994. Y'all do the math.
Oh, 1994. You know, that's a long time.
Yes.
So, what made you even get into acting at that age? Like, what made you pique your interest in it?
So, my mom, the story is, my mom would come in my room. I was like really introverted, really quiet. I was really shy. And she would come in the room and she would see me like acting out the Wizard of Oz. So it was literally like me literally switching voices. I was talking to myself and she thought I was tripping, but then she realized that I was like being Dorothy. I was being the Tin Man, Scarecrow and stuff like that. And she wanted me to get me out of my shell. But she also saw that I had some talent. So she put me in the Freedom Theater and it started there.
Okay, that was dope, you know what I mean? So what have you been doing since, you know, pretty much 94, but, you know.
Pretty much 94, that's a long time. But I mainly do stage plays. I'm in love with theater on stages where I feel most comfortable, where I could be myself, but now I'm aware of myself enough that I could be somebody else. So I've done countless stage plays. I've done TV, film. I've done Forensic Files back in 2006. The episode still airs. I've done 3 or 4 commercials. One commercial for Super Bowl and another for school district. Those are the ones I really remember. And I've done some voiceover work. I just got into film. Once again, I got back into film. I did the Payback.
Hey.
Shout out to us.
Shout out to us. Payback. We was nominated for
Hey.
Best Short Film in the Tri-State at the Philly Independent Film Awards.
So let's pray on it. But
yeah.
This past year I've done For Color Girls, Detroit 67, Beautiful Toxicity, Payback, also Peyton's Court, and
another one.
A web series that I'm in right now.
Okay. So you're working.
Working.
But you're not only just working as an actress, you're working as an advocate for mental health.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk more about that. Like, how did you get into that?
Whew. So, advocacy for mental health started because I needed to be a little more transparent about my own journey. To be transparent, I have borderline personality disorder, which is like a mood disorder. I've been dealing with my mental health issues since I was, for as long as I can remember, honestly. So being an advocate was really me, like, just talking about myself. Like, mental health is really taboo in the Black and brown community. So it's just like, you talking about your mental health and it's like, you're crazy. No, most of us have trauma that we don't talk about. So I started talking about it, and then people like actually started posting about it. Transparent but not venting. So not telling my business, but saying, okay, this is what's going on, or this is what I have. And then people started like listening to me. People started asking me questions. People always ask me for advice, so I ain't doing it for free no more. But it's just like, and also I work with homeless teenagers at the school district, so that was just a really easy segue to get into for mental health advocacy, because they have issues that they don't know how to really navigate through. And because I've been there, it's like, okay, so let me help you navigate through it while also helping myself navigate through my own things as well.
All right, dope. So my question to you real quick is, how does being transparent about your, what you want to call it, your being transparent about your journey about it, how does that help you and treat your trauma as well?
In 444, Jay-Z said you can't heal what you don't reveal. And I'm just like, damn. That's facts. And like, the more we hold on to it, the more it festers, the more it bottles up inside, and it can come out as anything. For us, it can come out as aggression, depression, anxiety, or it looks different on different people. For me, not saying certain things that I have been through, or not saying that these things are going on, I felt trapped. So it was like, the more I expressed it, the less trapped I felt. Because I have my ups and downs, especially like with what I have, but it's like, it was easier. And I wasn't necessarily like telling people my business, but it was just like, yo, I'm hurting right now. And you can't get support from people that you probably never thought you would get support from. And that's exactly what started happening from me being transparent.
Okay, that's dope, man. So you're not only an actress, you're not only an advocate, but you're a mother of two.
Of twins.
Of twins.
Yes. I don't look like it though.
How old are they?
Oh, they're 4, about to be 5, July 28th.
Dope. So my question to you is, how having kids or twins change your view on life in general?
Man, listen. It changed a lot for me. It was the confirmation of everything that I've been through. Like, this is, you had to go through this to prep you for this. There is no rule book to parenting, of course, but of multiples, it's like, what did I get myself into? But it's changed me. It has, being their mom specifically, like, I really feel like they handpicked me for a reason. They taught me to be myself. They literally, they're 4 and tell me, Mommy, you're enough. You know, and it's just like, it makes me more confident in myself. It makes me want to rethink a lot of the things that I do. Whether it's impulse control, whether it's taking on a certain project, if it's not serving me or aligned with my purpose. They pushed me to go to grad school. You know, I was messing up when I was in undergrad for a while. And then I got my act together. And then when I found out I was pregnant, that's when I got my first 4.0. And I got a 4.0 the entire time. The rest of my academic career, I went from having a 0.75 to a 4.0. Wow. And then my overall GPA was a 3.5. That's how much they motivate me. So it's like, it's amazing, but it is very hard at the same time.
That's great. It's funny that you say it's very hard. You know, I have kids too, and I know it's very hard. Yeah. But my next question to you is, how does your children, how did they affect your career, good and bad?
Like the good things, like I said, they motivate me. And I wouldn't say bad, but indifferent, I would say. Okay. They're always with me. So, like, those, when we were filming the Payback, they weren't with me, but Payne's Court, they might be. You know, I may have to stash them somewhere. You know, they're always at rehearsal. It's like me having, because they were getting homework at some point in time with their pre-K, doing their homework while I'm there, feeding them, either going home, cooking for them, and then leaving so we can get to rehearsal on time so I won't have to spend extra money. It's
and also, you know, them text messages coming in. Hey, when you coming back home?
Right. When you coming back home, and I don't have a lot of downtime, so it's more than time consuming. It's energy consuming. Right. You know, I'm ripping and running. I'm a single mom. On top of that, I don't have help. You know, my mom is there, but it's appreciated, but at the same time, it's just me.
Right.
I'm doing literally everything. They have their great godparents, but they also are like grad school. One lives in Alabama. One just left for the Navy. So it's just like, it is just me doing everything. And it makes it hard when people don't appreciate that I'm an artist and that I'm also a mother.
Right.
And if you can't accommodate me, it's just like, I can't work with you.
No, for sure.
Like, because if I can't have my kids here, what am I doing here? You know, or if the language is too much,
right,
then it's just like, or is this worth $30 a night for a babysitter? Like,
for sure.
You know, or is this worth a full day of babysitting where I'm paying a babysitter $150? Is this worth it?
Yeah.
So it makes me want to level up more, especially because they're getting older and they're asking for different things. I used to have them backstage nursing them, you know, during the show. Rocking one, nursing the other. Or nursing them both at the same time. But they're older and they have their own interests. And they want to do different things. So it's just like, I have to be more strategic now. So it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It's just harder now.
It's harder. Hey, good mother right here, man. Everybody know. It's a great mother right here for
Thank
sure.
You, thank
You're
you,
welcome.
thank you. I'm trying.
So, I know earlier you said something about for colored girls, you know, who thought about committing suicide when the rainbow ain't enough. Did I say that right?
No.
Okay, how you say it? Say it again.
For colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough.
Okay. Y'all heard that. Yeah, that one. And you played the lady in red, am I correct?
Yes, I actually did it twice.
You did it twice. And the lady in red, if nobody know what For Colored Girls is the lady that have children and they die by the hands of a guy. Her lover? Their father. How was that playing that role, knowing that you have kids yourself?
Man, when the first time I did For Colored Girls, it was very hard because my grandmother had just died that Sunday on my mom's birthday.
I was there.
So, right. So it was like crazy. But at the same time, I wasn't prepared for what was about to come out. Like, you know, at rehearsal, my director, she really trusted me. So it was just like, you don't have to do it. I'm just like, okay. So when she finally saw it, she was like, whoa, this is intense. You sure you want to go this route? I'm like, yeah. But it was, I remember when I would rehearse at home or with like in front of other people, it would be really hard because I envisioned my children.
Right.
And I remember one day I had to stop. I'm like, oh nah, let me go smoke or something like, or get a glass of wine, drink some water, something, because I could not get that vision out of my head, like at all. It was traumatizing.
That's funny, because my next thing was about to say, like, you know, with Heath Ledger when he played the Joker, you know, he couldn't never snap out that character,
right?
And he ended up taking the meds and ended up, you know, committing suicide by ODing or whatever. And I was about to say, how hard was it for you to get out of the character after it was over?
Hard, very hard. Like I was already sad, but it was, I couldn't really shake it. You know, like I couldn't just be like, and that's not just For Colored Girls. That's a couple of roles I've had where I remember I had this one role. I was in a play called It Could Be Worse, and I was playing this wife whose son went missing. And then at the end, like all the families in the play have happy endings, but you think me and my husband have a happy ending, and the detective comes to our house and tells us our son is dead and we need to come identify the body. And I could not get out of that because I thought about my own kids. And it was just like I was shaking. People, the audience people had to pray over me. It was bad. Yeah. I couldn't get out of it, like, at all. So I try to stay away from characters that have children now because anything bad happening to them would just crush me. You know, I'm transparent enough or aware enough to know that I can't handle it. You know, that will send me off the deep end or figure out a way to bring myself back.
Okay.
It's getting a bit easier, like bringing myself back, but it's still a journey because with my own personal life and my own emotions, they're up and down. They're hot and cold a lot. So that's what I have to work on that correlates like with acting and in my personal life.
That's funny you said that because now that you're saying that, I just thought about what you said earlier about you having this disorder that you had. Mm-hmm. So that plays a major role in like the roles and stuff that you do.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Do you like pick, like, oh, I can't do that because I know where it's gonna take me, like you just said, basically. Or do you still do it?
It depends. So before, I used to just do it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be like, no, what, F it. Like, I'll be fine. But now, I'm not going to put myself or my children in jeopardy. Because it's not just affecting me. They see me go through this. I can't tell you how many times my kids have, like, literally prayed over me. And they're 4. You know, like, I don't want to tarnish them because of my illness, you know.
Right.
I know, I won't even call it an illness. I have it. It's not going to go anywhere. It's something that can't go away, can't be cured. So it's like my own journey. I'm not going to hurt them because of mine, you know.
Right.
So even if it's like, because even with my disorder, it doesn't have to be like a deep role.
Right.
Certain roles, like when we did Payback, I could pop out of that. Right. You know, also because it's film. Stage is different. Stage, you're in it.
Yeah.
Film, you can shake it off. You know, a little easier. Like cut. Or, and also, you're the type of director that respects somebody's, you know, journey where it's just like, you good? Do you need to take a break?
Right.
You know, a lot of theater is just like one time, you got to do it, got to give your all, you're sacrificing yourself for the betterment of someone else. Right. So, like, now, I just won't, even if it's a funny role, I'm not going to stress myself out. And if it's not conducive to my mental health, I can't do it. Okay,
bet. All right, so listen. That was some deep stuff right there, man. We're going to go to the Spotlight Artist today, which is no other than the poet, JANAN ASHTON. She's going to drop a little piece for y'all. You know what I mean? So we'll be right back with that.
Let's do it. Yeah. It's a serious one. Yeah. Look. Yo.
You are a king. Never let any living being with a functioning nervous system half love you. I'm mainly referring to the man that stares back at you in your reflection. You see, you have worn yourself thin. Your diamond crown has wilted in the debt of a jester from burning yourself raw by entering women with burning hot resentment manifesting in their wombs. You've played boo-boo the fool to many a devil in tight dresses, perpetual man-eaters posed as your Eve that were meant to be your rib in the first place. You've taken deep ghosts of them inside of your breathing canal and wonder why you have suffocated. You fail to realize that these women can't save you, and they won't care for you in ways you wish your father taught you were acceptable to be nurtured. Did he not teach you that self-love wasn't at the foundation of narcissism, and endlessly adjusting your physical attributes might stroke your ego but won't allow you to go to bed peacefully? You are only self-destructing. And you've operated out of self-destruction for so long, your subpar credentials have set the standard for the women that you lay down and lay open and bust them open so you can coddle your insecurities so you won't have to stare at a vacant space. White walls echoing the secrets of your loneliness. You play etch and sketch with the tracks of your tears on black pillowcases because you are forced to shed them in the dark. Because you keep hearing that real niggas don't cry, right? You are not in alignment. I said you are not in alignment with the man that God has called you to be, and the only one blocking you from your destiny is you.
We back. You know what I mean? Shout out JANAN with that dope poem. We appreciate that. You know, we back sitting with her right here. And so now this is a segment where we normally try to lighten the mood up or whatever. You know, get to know you a little bit more as well as like just have a little fun. So you're an actress, you're in the arts, so there's certain movies that's out or whatever that had some painful deaths that people were like, oh, that hurt.
Okay, all right.
So one of the questions that I ran into on Instagram that said, who had the most heartfelt death?
Oh, damn.
1, Ricky.
Oh.
2, G Baby.
Oh.
3, Cleo.
Oh.
Or 4, Kane. Which one did you tell?
Oh no.
Which one hurt you a little bit, or you know?
It's between G Baby and Cleo.
I was about to say I was really fuzzing when Cleo died.
Cleo, man, she went out. Like they demolished her. Like I was like, damn. But that just showed you how much they don't care about black people. But anyway. But G Baby, that messed me because we were kids when that came out. Yeah. So it was like, damn. And he had like right in his little heart, and he had just won that game. And I was like, damn. Nah, G Baby.
Right. And real quick, you know, the recent passing of, you know, John Singleton.
Yeah.
And his films, like how his films affected, to you, how does his films affect our culture and you, yourself? John
Singleton was a genius. Still is a genius, you know. Yeah. Here or not, he's a legend. They affected me because as a male director, writer, he shed light on everything. On how, and it wasn't the stereotype. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for example, in Boys in the Hood, it was a single father, a single black father. You rarely see that.
Right.
And also showed the dynamic of the mother-son relationship or the lack thereof, or, you know, like Lawrence Fishburne just dropping jewels. You don't really see that, but it does happen. You saw the dynamic of the family relationship between Doughboy's mom and Ricky. Like, that was crazy, but it was real. You know, it was honest. All of the films that he made were honest depictions of us. It wasn't just the good. It was the good and the bad, or the indifferent. And also, he didn't shed women in a negative light. And that's what I really appreciate about him. Like, if it was negative, it was real.
Right.
Like, with Baby Boy, for example.
Right.
Like, he loved his mother to death, but she also had her things with her, too. Yeah. No, Yvette, she had her stuff with her. Like, it was three-dimensional. All of his work was three-dimensional. It's just like, damn, just to see that go. And somebody other than Spike Lee that's really depicting black life. And also, the Remember the Time video was crazy. Yeah. That's my favorite video of all time.
Yo,
literally.
It's a crazy story about that, too. I watched an interview for him, and he said something about how his friend was playing a joke on him. Mm-hmm. And they called, like, there was Michael Jackson people and said, yo, we want you to shoot the video or whatever. So he called Michael Jackson and was like, hey, y'all supposed to shoot the video? Like, yo, what are you talking about?
Really?
Or whatever. Like that. Yeah, that's how it happened.
Wow.
So he called up there, like, yo, like, I'm supposed to shoot the video. Like, yo, what are you talking about? And all that stuff. But then Michael Jackson ended up calling him back, like, yo, we really do want you to shoot a video. So it was a joke that was being played on him that ended up making him be who he is. Like, well, for that video anyway.
Yo, that video was crazy. Like, and it was depicting us as kings and queens, not just the hood life. Like, he was multifaceted. Like, you don't see that now.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't.
But, you know, I know you gotta go because you came to kick it with me, you know what I'm saying? But you had stuff to do, but you came to kick it with me. I appreciate that. Hey, Rip John Singleton, the great legend, you know, legends never die. Right. I always say that. So, real quick, give the people your social media where they can find you at, what you got coming up next, all that, your shout outs, all that good stuff. You can find me at You Don't Know Nan. That's YOUDNT KNOWNAN. I had to think about that. And JANAN ASHTON on Facebook. That's JANAN ASHTON. Twitter is a little explicit, so I'm not going to tell y'all that. Give a shout out to my twins, of course. Brian and Autumn, I love you, of course. Please don't give me a hard time when I see you. And my students, all of them, whether they're alumni students or my current students and my ones that are graduating, they really give me the most motivation ever. All right, well, you already know it's a wrap. It's your boy, Mr. OD Boy himself, Tyrone Blasting Gang. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody right behind the camera. You already know who it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bear Monkey Rebel. Come cop up. You know, we out here. It's heavy. You know, embracing your individuality through streetwear. All right, until next time, till you come kick it with me again, we out.
I said Monday had to work, Tuesday I was tired, Wednesday no I'm off, now I'm kicking it with Ty, getting lit and getting fried, interviewing set the vibe, every Wednesday on the 2, you can catch me at the 5, here we go, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it with Ty, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it with Ty, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it with Ty, kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it, say put your feet up, put your feet up.